Oh, hey. We're here to shoot a music video. That's right, it's the Frono... Get over here, stop dancing.
Sorry.
That's my job. We're here to do the Frono's Photo music video. We've done a lot of teaching in this guide, and what we want to do is incorporate as many things as possible into making this music video. Todd, where are we going to start, and what are we thinking about doing?
Well, the good thing about music videos is you can pull out all the stops, pull out all the tricks, all your toys, and really have fun, really experiment here. This is a good place to do that.
Yeah, when you're shooting a music video, you can do a lot of different things. You can play around more, play with the frame rate, play with the shutter speed. You're gonna see us go to 60 frames a second and explain why. You're gonna see us break some of the rules, but then you're gonna see us keep to the rules, and you may decide what works best for you. So Todd, what are some other important things to think about when shooting a music video?
A music video is a collaborative effort. You're not the only creative person in this equation. You've got an artist, a musician that also might have some input and give you some great tips where you might want to go. Also, don't overcomplicate the music video. It's only 3 or 4 minutes. You're not shooting Lord of the Rings. Keep it concise. 1, 2 ideas, maybe 3. One of them should be a performance, maybe a storyline. But if you get too many things, it's going to end up on the cutting room floor. There's not enough time to show all of this stuff. I've made the mistake myself, so pick the best things and do those really well.
And what about playback?
One of the big things a lot of folks forget when they get on set is, how are you going to hear the music? Of course, we all have little speakers in our pockets on our phones. It's not really going to cut it. When you're out in a space and you've got a couple people, maybe it's a whole band, a group playing instruments, you're never going to hear that music over that, so you need something to play back. You need to think about that ahead of time.
Now, what about audio?
In camera as a reference is fine. You can sync everything in the editing process. No harm, no foul.
What we're doing here today is shooting the Frono's Photo song. That's right, it's a rap. I have some rhythm, not very much, but we're gonna use a lot of the things that we talked about throughout this guide, and we're gonna put them into practice. 60 frames a second, 24 frames a second, cheating the system a little bit by bumping our shutter speeds. We're gonna get on sliders, jibs. We're just going to incorporate a ton. So I want you guys to join us as Todd and I start outside, because we're thinking it's going to rain shortly, and we want to get those shots done first outdoors before we can move into indoors. So Todd, let's go make a music video.
Let's do it.
All right, we're now outside for the music video part where I'll be running. Todd, what are we looking for?
Well, I'm going to try to keep up with you with this glide cam. I'm going to shoot this at 60 frames. I think that'll be really cool, really dramatic.
Just in case you want to slow it down.
Exactly, so we can get a little slow motion. Got a wide angle lens. It'll help to keep things more in focus the whole time. I think we noted before, wide angle lenses and camera movement are always a good pair.
Yeah, they tend to, when you're shooting wider, it tends to allow you to keep more things in focus because it doesn't compress the background as much. When you use a 70 to 200, which is a longer lens, well, that's gonna compress the background more, and you're gonna have a tougher time to keep your focus. So that's what we have here. We also came outside now because we're expecting some rain a little bit later, so when you're doing your videos, you better know what the forecast is. So that is really what we're doing. Just think back to everything that we've taught you in this guide. We're putting it all into practice right here. So Todd, I think it's time that we start to run.
All right, let's do it.
Why aren't they on a leash? Usually I see kids that are on leashes.
I think this is good. We'll try this for now.
And I'm just gonna be doing stuff. I'm staring at the camera,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Ready? Just follow me.
What? Ooh, baby, do you love me? Oh, slow down. I love it.
All right, let's check this out. Wow, yeah, I like that. With it up in your hand.
I moved it a few times.
I like that with it like right there. You're like Batman. You should be like looking around.
That's what I asked you.
Yeah.
So you want this?
Yeah. Ready? Here we go. Yes.
Oh my God, that's so amazing! Clip, clap. You like the skipping? You want me to do like straight eye contact with the camera?
That might play right there. Yeah, all that big hand movement is gonna be good. Ready? Yeah, this looks a lot better. Lower angle, narrower street, buildings kind of get a little more claustrophobic. The wide angle lens just looks a lot better there.
So what do you think about all the hand motions and everything?
Yeah, and this wider lens, the more the hands are flailing around at the edges, the more bend you get out of it.
All right, guys, it's a good thing to remember to be in shape if you want to run, because Todd over here is huffing and puffing after doing only 3 runs backwards. Now, it does take a little bit more skill to run backwards with this camera. There's some ice on the ground, so we have to make sure that he doesn't trip over it. So, you want to do one more pass?
Yeah, that's fun. Let's do that.
All right. That's a try. I kick barrels! You get kicked! You get kicked! You don't shoot roll! I shoot roll! You don't, I do! You right there! What? What? Yeah, you don't kick barrels! I can kick barrels because I'm Frono's photo! I shoot roll! Yeah! You're a barrel and you're dead! Watch the doo-doo on the ground! I shoot roll! Frono! Photo! Watch the doo-doo on the ground. Oh, that's a lot of doo-doo.
All right, now let's just do it wide. We'll do it a little wide. You'll kick and keep going.
All right.
All right, ready? And action. Not that close. Back up, back up.
You guys in the back way! The candid shots, they sure do know.
Keep going, keep going. Ready? Skipping around, big movements.
What's up in my back clothes?
Back up.
All right, we're ready for another scene of the Frono's Photo music video. So Todd, what do you have set up here?
Well, we've got this awesome vista here on the side of this building with the ram vases or whatever they are. So I decided I'm gonna throw you up on there and do a cool like stage performance shot. That's always important. Got some lights here. We got a nice overcast day. It's a good base light, but we want to kick something up, make it real sexy.
Yeah, and that's gonna give me some nice catch lights in the eye. I mean, the eyes are what it's all about, to make them pop.
Now, very important in a music video, you gotta hear the song.
Yeah.
Something everybody forgets about is playback. We got this little jam box here. It's linked to my phone. Real easy way to just bring music to set and be able to play back.
Yeah, and you can't really rely on your phone because it's not going to be that loud.
Not loud enough. No, this will do the job for us, what we're trying to do. The other thing we're doing is, got a slider here. We've got a nice wide angle lens here. I'm going to get a huge vista. You'll be able to jump down into it, get all kinds of distortion. Really cool for a video. Do a little slide up, slide back. Be really awesome. Now, my slider is a little sticky. I got my tried and true pledge here.
Is it lemon or citrus?
Oh, it's lemon. It's got to be lemon.
I prefer the lemon myself.
Yeah, lemon just keeps it sexy on set. So, you know, when you're putting the little pledge on here, cover your lens.
Always protect the lens.
Yep. So we got that. Spray a little bit on there. push it up here. Ooh, that's already sliding around. Get it back here. Boom.
Oh, and it does give you that lemon fresh smell that that we like. So
absolutely. And then see this? Boom. Off to the races.
Nice.
This is great.
So, Todd, we shot the first one at 60 frames a second. What are we shooting this one at?
24 frames a second here because we are doing audio playback. You're rapping along. We need it in real time, but 24 frames, cinematic, real sexy.
Another thing to remember is leave your audio on your camera because you want to be able to sync up the lips and the jam box and everything else, and that's pretty much it.
You definitely need that reference audio so you know where to sync up the audio in post.
Exactly. Anything else before we get to this segment?
I mean, other than the Wookiee code, we're good, man.
You got to do the directing, eh?
Yeah, we're going to do a little directing. So let's get started.
All right.
So jump up there. Keep in mind, super, super wide. I stop down quite a bit so I can keep everything in focus, or as much as possible in focus, so you can jump down, get in the lens, jump back, dance around up there, just have fun, and we'll see what happens.
Is this a sweeter spot to be right here?
The only thing you gotta be careful with the wide angle lens is if I go down too far, I start catching my slider.
Right.
So I always have to kind of be tilted up and be aware of that, but I mean, this is gonna be my move, following you around.
Is this all in?
You're all in and then some. You can even come closer. Like when I get up here, all the way down, you can get your face in there, hands up in there. With the wide angle lens, it's gonna bend a little bit on the corners and it's gonna look really cool.
All right.
All right, let's give it a shot.
I mean, I'll do some jumping off it, but I really don't want to jump off because it's gonna I'll keep going.
Let's play around first and then we can get
So I'll just do one whole take, right?
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
the thing that you do is you do full playbacks, you do the whole 3-minute song and then do it again?
Thing. Yeah, we'll just go from, I mean, it's 3 minutes. Just roll through it, keep getting the takes, and you'll find great stuff in between. You'll use 5 seconds here, 5 seconds there. Don't be a stickler on getting the perfect take. That's not what this is.
Got it.
All right, here we go. Let me make sure we're getting some audio here.
So we're gonna want to start it.
Can you hear that good though? You can hear it? All right, so I'm gonna put it back here so I'm out of frame. And I am rolling and playback.
Raw, no crop head shots from the top. I just know my f-stops like criminals, no cops. You don't need flash to make the color pop. Just rely on natural lighting and the Photoshop. Screw Mercedes-Benz, I got the biggest lens and only shoot with.
Come down into it. Sing along. Here I come, Frono's photo. Give me some dancing, yeah. Here I come.
Yeah,
First.
now my fingertips are critical, so ladies, let's get physical. My monopod is pivotal, just like my sight. No, I don't use pomade, my hairstand shows straight, and custom-made pics maintain the shape. Now back to the photos, you know where to go. The song is the title of my domain name.
Get up to the top of the steps. All right, I'm gonna push in and jump down. Ready? Here I go, Frono's photo. Here we go. Get that booty in the camera. Give it to me.
My legs hurt.
Get closer. All right, here, and then as I come back, stand up a little taller. Come down. Give it to me. Come down in the bit lens. Give it to me.
I skipped leg day.
Cutting.
I skipped leg day, and now my thighs are burning. Never skip leg day. Actually, I always skip leg day.
How'd you feel about that?
Oh, I feel good. I just, that's a lot of performance pieces going on there.
Yeah, the good thing is when I'm way up here, when
Yeah.
I'm close, you being ducked down is good. As soon as I pull back, lift up, and that keeps the headroom kind of consistent. I think you living down here fills the frame better, kind of makes it a little more dramatic.
Were we taking it from one again?
Taking it from one.
Was everything like good, like what you wanted?
It's cool, yeah. I mean, it's just about the dance at this point. We're dancing.
So am I singing still? I don't do the,
What, the singing or the hook?
I do the rapping and then the hook is somebody else.
Well, you should sing along with the hook. Yeah,
All
so
right.
sing along with the hook. It's all you.
I shoot raw, no crop, headshots from the top. I just know my f-stops like criminals, no cops. I don't need flash to make the colors pop. Just rely on natural lighting and the Photoshop. Screw Mercedes-Benz, I got the biggest lens and only shoot with. Oh, those jokers, they don't know.
Here I come.
Headshots, they shoot you. Shit knocks them down like dominoes. Yeah, the photos, photos.
Here I come.
Yeah, now my fingertips are critical, so ladies, let's get physical. My monopod is pivotal, just like my sight. No, I don't use pomade, my hair stands so straight, and custom-made pics maintain the shape. But back to the photos, you know where to go. The song is the title of my domain name.
Yeah, like that. I'm coming in, come down for Frono's photo.
Yeah, the Fronos, photos. Get ready for the boom.
All right, here I'm coming for another boom. Here's another one.
Fronos, photos.
Coming in, Frono's photo. Come down, Frono's photo.
Yeah, the Fronos, photos. Can I take your picture?
Good, cut.
Do we have to do it again, Todd?
I think that was pretty good. You want to see a take? See if
Yeah.
there's anything you want to change?
Yeah, I'd like to see something.
Yeah.
So it's really good to show the talent, the playback, so they get a feel for how close the lenses are and the shots, and just to change it up a little bit. And I'm a little winded, so let's see this.
Yeah, no, that's good because I can tell you all day, come closer, come
Yeah.
farther away, but until you see it, that's when you'll understand.
Again, directing is extremely important with this stuff. The lights look really good
Yeah.
kicking in there. That was a great addition.
Yep. See, when we dance, when I'm moving in and you move towards me,
Yeah.
it just feels like a uniform thing.
That looks good, man. The Running Man. Oh yeah. Oh, but I got to say that these lights really do kick in a bunch.
There you
right
go.
into. Oh, that is what I'm talking about.
The focus is holding the whole time.
And as I get closer, your exposure is right on, because even these lights, they just put enough kick into my face that
Just enough.
it makes it glow.
It's very glamorous. It's a little surreal. I mean, it might not be something you do if you're trying to do a narrative, but for a music video, you want it to be extra.
It's very Master P-esque.
It's very rap video, which is where we are.
We're going 90s rap.
That's where we are. Whoa!
Oh, did you see the? I'm not packing either.
That's all real.
It's a good thing I got that roll of quarters.
Oh, that's really good.
It plays.
Oh, that's nice, Todd.
If I'm gonna do something else, I'm gonna pop up on 6 and just get a dedicated single with a nice lens.
All right, Todd, so you're gonna go in for the tighter shots. I
Yep.
see that you added a variable neutral density filter. Why is that?
Sun came out, a little too bright, plus it's at a 2.8. I wanna keep that shallow depth of field with this lens, so had to stop it down a little bit.
So the variable neutral density filter is extremely important to have in your bag. It's for those times when the sun comes out and you want to maintain that shallow depth of field. We want that 2.8. We don't want to have f22 because then everything's going to be in infinite focus and it's not going to look the best. Plus, we don't want to jack up that shutter speed, but in this case, you want to play around with the shutter speed.
I actually bumped it up to 125 just to kind of get a good, interesting look.
So again, we're breaking the rules. We want to go for a stylistic shot, so it's okay to do that. Sure, we talked about staying at 1/50th of a second, which is double what your frame rate is, but this is about having fun and playing with everything and changing it up. So Todd, let's see what this looks like.
Let's do it. All right, ready? Roll it.
Here it comes. Headshots from the top, I just know my f-stops like criminals, no cops. I don't use flash to make the colors pop, just rely on natural lighting and the Photoshop. Screw Mercedes-Benz, I got the biggest lens and only shoot with Nikon.
Ready?
What are we doing?
One more, I want to get tighter.
That's what she said.
Let me see you. Yeah, this is a better shot right here. All right, ready?
I shoot raw, don't crop, headshots from the top. I just know my f-stops like
Move around.
criminals, no cop. I don't need flash to make the colors pop, just rely on natural lighting and the Photoshop. Screw Mercedes-Benz, I got the biggest lens and only shoot with Nikon.
Point into the camera like you were. Closer to your face, up higher. Point to me, right? All in, two hands into the camera. Tight to your face. All the way to me. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, now my fingertips are critical, so ladies, let's get physical. My monopod is pivotal, just like my sight. No, I don't use pomade, my hair stands straight, and custom-made pics maintain the shape. But back to the photos, you know where to go. The song is the title of my domain name.
You want to rack it?
Got it. Ready? Back to fro.
You want me to leave it?
That's enough. Yeah.
Yeah, the fro knows photos.
Hands in the camera, like towards the camera.
Are you right on my package?
Show me your shirt.
Oh yeah, I shoot raw.
Exactly.
So we are back inside because the clouds have opened up on us and I don't want to let the fro go down. So Todd, you have a Jibby McJibberson set up here and a bunch of other stuff. What is your vision for the next scene?
Well, this corner looks amazing. When we shoot directly into it, the lines, the lights, it just looks really great. So like you said, threw it on the jib. I've got a wide angle lens on there so I can get the whole space, nice motion with it. Also threw a ring light on the front just so we could get some cool ring lights in your eyes as well. As far as anything camera-wise, 24 frames per second, exposure's pretty standard, nothing really out of the ordinary.
Yeah, so we're really at the point where it's just set it, shoot, have fun, get what you need to get. So Todd, let's get on to making this video.
Let's do it. Let me get you in there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we could start right about there. Let me get my song on. Playback.
Shoot raw, don't crop headshots from the top. I just know my f-stops like criminals, no cops. I don't use flash to make the colors pop. Just rely on natural lighting and the Photoshop. Screw Mercedes-Benz, I got the biggest lens and only shoot with. Yeah, now my fingertips are critical, so ladies, let's get physical. My monopod is pivotal, just like my sight. No, I don't use pomade, my hand's so straight, and custom-made pics maintain the shape. Now back to the photos, you know where to go. The song is the title of my domain name.
We're getting the boom here.
I shoot raw, don't crop headshots from the top. I just know my f-stops like criminals, no cops. I don't need flash to make the color pop. I just rely on natural lighting and the Photoshop. Screw Mercedes-Benz, I got the biggest lens and only shoot with. Shit knocks them down like dominoes.
In the shot.
Yeah, now my fingertips are critical, so ladies, let's get pivotal. My monopod is pivotal, just like my sight. No, I don't use pomade, my hand's so straight, and custom-made pics maintain the shape. Now back to the photos, you know where to go. The song is the title of my domain name.
All right, come down for boom.
Shoot raw, don't crop headshots from the top. I just know my f-stops like criminals, no cops. I don't need flash to make the colors pop. Just rely on natural lighting and the Photoshop. Screw Mercedes-Benz, I got the biggest lens and only shoot with Nikon. All those jokers, they don't know. The candid shots, they sure do blow. Shit knocks them down like dominoes. The photos. All those jokers, they don't know. The candid shots, they sure do blow. Shit knocks them down like dominoes. And photos. Yeah, now my fingertips are pivotal, so ladies, let's get physical. My monopod is pivotal, just like my sight. No, I don't use pomade, my hand's so straight, and custom-made pics maintain the shape. Now back to the photos, you know where to go. The song is the title of my domain name.
Coming up on the boom, right? Yeah, your hands at the ends of the lens are good. At the edges. Wider. Yeah, that wide. Cut. That was good. That was real good. If the pick or anything like that hit the corners of the lens, like hands, you know what I mean, hands here, or even like over here. So just like you're going there, just go right over there for me.
Got it.
But that shit looks awesome.
Okay.
All right, here I go. Rolling.
I shoot raw, I don't crop headshots from the top. I just know my f-stops like criminals, no cops. I don't need flash, make the colors pop. Just rely on natural lighting and the Photoshop. Screw Mercedes-Benz, I got the biggest lens and only shoot with Nikon. All those jokers, they don't know that. Shots they sure do blow, shit knocks them down like dominoes. The photos, photos, all those jokers they don't know. The candid shots they sure do blow, shit knocks them down like dominoes. Photos, photos. Yeah, now my fingertips get critical, so ladies, let's get physical. My monopod is pivotal, just like my sight. No, I don't use pomade, my hair stands so straight, and custom-made pics maintain the shape. Now back to the photos, you know where to go. The song is the title of my domain name.
Here comes the boom. I buy that. All right, I'm rolling and playback.
I shoot raw, I don't crop headshots from the top. I just know my f-stops like criminals, no cops. I don't need flash to make the colors pop. Just rely on natural lighting and the Photoshop. Screw Mercedes-Benz, I got the biggest lens and only shoot with Nikon. Yeah, now my fingertips are critical, so ladies, let's get physical. My monopod is pivotal, just like my sight. No, I don't use pomade, my hair stands so straight, and custom-made pics maintain the shape. Now back to the photos, you know where to go. The song is the title of my domain name.
Here we go. I was gearing up.
I shoot raw, I don't crop headshots from the top. I just know I have style. Like criminals, no cops. I don't need flash to make the colors pop. Just rely on natural lighting and the Photoshop. Shoot Mercedes Benz, I got the biggest lens and only shoot with Nikon. They don't know. Get shots, they show to blow shit. Sometimes I don't know. Get the photos, photos. All those jokers, they don't know. Get shots, they show to blow shit. Sometimes I don't know. Get photos, photos. Yo, the word is here now. It's the Bristol, yo. Yeah, now my fingertips are critical, so ladies, let's get physical. My monopod is pivotal, just like my sight. No, I don't use pomade, my hair stands so straight, and custom-made pics maintain the shape. But back to the photos, you know where to go. The song is the title of my domain name.
Back and forth, go back and forth between the run back and forth. Yeah.
This is horrible. Ready?
Why? That's your girlfriend. Where does it say Nikon on it?
It doesn't. They wouldn't be allowed to do that.
So it just has the N on it?
Yeah.
Just keep going, keep going. I saw it somewhere.
They're not allowed to say Nikon.
There's an N. Touch it, caress the N. You're a naughty. Put the lens on the right side.
You haven't gotten me working out yet.
Put the lens right there. Hold on. Yes, I found it.
Should we put a real lens?
All right, hold on. All right, Jared. Don't look at the lens. Look the other way. You're looking over there. Be coy with your lens. The lens. Flirt with the lens a little bit. You're a naughty lens. You're naughty. You're a naughty lens. You're naughty. You're so naughty. You're such a naughty lens. Ooh, that was a move. Yes, that's it. That's it. Yep. You're naughty. You're a naughty lens.
I love your dog.
All right, grab it, give it a big hug. Turn the end towards me. There you go. Nice squeeze. Now look at the lens. I love my lens. Look at, no, I mean not that lens. Hug it, hug it. Look at me, look at my lens. Yes, 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 yes. You love that lens. Now give me Nikon. You're hugging it. Hold on, hug it. You're loving it. You're loving it. Give me Nikon. Now.
Nikon.
Back to loving it. You're loving it. Nikon.
Nikon.
Love it. You're loving it. And Nikon.
Nikon.
All right, come, go, just leave and then run in here and start taking pictures. Give me a look.
You need to focus right here on the Nikon.
I was. Oh. Tilt the camera down a little bit and look at me. Yeah, there I get the. Yeah. One more time. I'm on the top of the lens and give me the look. Damn, I missed it. Hold on. All right, one more time. And yeah, one more time. Good. Give me some horizontals. Move around a little bit like you're into a photo shoot. You're shooting. Yeah. I'm the model. Shoot me. I'm sexy. I'm moving. Look away. Come out from there. Come out from behind the camera every once in a while. Take some shots. Look at me. Photo. Yeah, you can do that. Shoot some shots. Give me the fro nose photo. Yeah.
Fro nose photo.
Yeah.
Fro nose photos.
Just give me one more from running in. Just go right to the corner and run into that mark. Like you just ran in from outside where you just were. Run in. Yeah, do that horizontal one and with the peeking out and give me fro nose photo.
Fro nose photos.
Give me another one. Take a shot, take a picture. Yeah, I can actually see go ahead.
Fro nose photos.
Now give me some energy. Take pictures like you're a wild man. Energy, come on. Keep showing me your face, yeah. Rap to it, rap a little bit too.
Cause no my f-stops like criminals, no cops. I don't need flash to make the colors pop. Just rely on natural lighting and the Photoshop. Screw Mercedes-Benz, I got the biggest lens and only shoot with Nikon.
Shoot me, yeah, horizontal. Give me the fro nose photo.
Fro nose photos.
You're done. Hold on.
All right, you just got to watch us make the Fro Nose Photo music video, and I have to say, Todd, you are a very tough director when it comes to directing me and asking me to pick my hair 27 times.
Well, we did throw everything at this video. We did tons of camera movement, from jibs to sliders to the glide cam running up and down. We did lots of different lighting setups. We did all kinds of different settings in the camera.
What we did is we gave you as much as we could from the entire video guide. All of that basic stuff we did at the beginning, we threw it at this music video, and really, it was a lot of fun to make. I probably don't want to make another one again, as my arms are actually hurting, but Todd, I think you did a fantastic job.
Thank you, sir. I think you did a good job as well.
Well, thank you. And now, guys, it's time for you to watch the Fro Knows Photo music video.
I shoot raw, don't crop headshots from the top. I just know my F stops like criminals, no cops. I don't need flash to make the colors pop. Just rely on natural lighting and the Photoshop. So Mercedes-Benz, I got the biggest lens and only shoot with Nikon.
All those jokers, they don't know. The candid shots, they sure do blow. And shit knocks them down like dominoes. Yeah, the photos. All those jokers, they don't know. The candid shots, they sure do blow. And shit knocks them down like dominoes. Yeah, the photos.
Yo, the party's here now. Pass the crystal, yo.
Yeah, now my fingertips are critical, so ladies, let's get physical. My monopod is pivotal, just like my sight. No, I don't use pomade, my hair stands so straight. And custom-made pics maintain the shape. But back to the photos, you know where to go. The song is the title of my domain name.
All those jokers, they don't know. The candid shots, they sure do blow. And shit knocks them down like dominoes. Yeah, the photos. All those jokers, they don't know. The candid shots, they sure do blow. And shit knocks them down like dominoes. Yeah, the photos.
What did you say?
El afro es tan puta caliente.
What did you say now?
All those jokers, they don't know. The candid shots, they sure do blow. And shit knocks them down like dominoes. Yeah, the photos. All those jokers, they don't know. The candid shots, they sure do blow. And shit knocks them down like dominoes. Yeah, the photos. All those jokers, they don't know. The candid shots, they sure do blow. And shit knocks them down like dominoes. Yeah, the photos. All those jokers, they don't know. The candid shots, they sure do blow. And shit knocks them down like dominoes. Yeah, the photos.
Oh, tell me more, Daddy. Oh, yeah. Tell me more. Can you take my picture? Oh, what about me? What about you? Can you take my picture? I'm a model too. I'm a model. She's a model, but can you take my friend's picture? Maybe you take too.
Hey, big boy.
I love your lens.
So here we are on location for another video. This is another option that you guys can have in your arsenal to making quality videos. Todd, what are we working on today?
Well, we're doing a narrative feature. We're gonna actually do a short film. We've written up a little 3-page script, something very manageable for the space and the time we have allotted. So we're gonna run through some camera stuff, we're gonna do some lighting stuff, and we're gonna handle sound, all in a narrative type of environment.
Right, so there's a lot of things that you have to take into consideration as a one-man band. You are in charge of the camera, you are in charge of the audio, you are in charge of the lighting, you are in charge of talent. Because we have
Exactly.
brought talent out this time,
Yes.
because they have to be acting. So as a one-man band, like I said, you are in charge of everything. But things that you do here during a narrative type thing, this is something that you may want to do for fun. You may want to make a video that you write a script for. You never know where that could be used. It's fun to do, or a lot of things that you do today can be used in separate videos that we've talked about or going to talk about in the rest of this video.
Yeah, so this type of video is something that could be a great portfolio builder. You could take this to a film festival and really kind of make a name for yourself. This is the type of thing that clients will react to and make them more interested in utilizing your services for maybe a commercial or a music video.
Yeah, you're going to use a lot of the skills that we talked about in the basic part of this guide here today. The lighting, the sound, the direction. You're going to be directing people, but you have a script to go by. So some of the things that you do here with the script, you may not do if you're running and gunning. So what do you have next to talk about?
Well, first and foremost, what's our shot going to be? So we're going to be shooting this way towards our talent. I want to open it up with a wide. A wide is a really good place to start with your talent. You can see what they're going to do, you can see the motions they're going to go through, then you'll know what you need to shoot when you go in for tighter shots, for coverage.
So first things first, what are you doing with lighting? Because it's a wide shot, you can't have your lights in the scene.
Yeah, when you shoot your wide, you're going to light it really broad. Now, it may not be the most beautiful light for your talent, but as we move in, we get in closer and get better coverage, we can bring those lights in a little bit tighter and beautify them.
So we have a lot of window light in here. That is a good thing to use because when you have natural light, that means you don't have to bring in extra light, but it also helps to have light. In this case, we're using a bunch of light panels. Actually, we're only gonna be using what, 1 or 2?
We'll probably utilize all 3.
Oh, all right, so we have this whole kit, which isn't bad, but keep in mind, on something like this, you may need to rent some extra lighting, some extra gear, because you want this to look pretty darn good. So you always have the option of renting different gear. So that's lighting. What are we doing for audio because they're so far away?
Well, sound-wise, for the wide, I'm actually going to use the in-camera microphone.
But you're not using that for the final product.
No, we'll not use that for the final product. That'll be our reference. Keep in mind, this is a scripted piece. They are going to say the same thing each and every time. So I can count on that in my wide using this scratch audio when I get into post, and I get better audio in my close-ups when I utilize this Rode mic on a boom pole. I can utilize that audio in my wide. Keep in mind, you're going to be in each one of these shots, couple seconds here, couple seconds there. For me to line up audio in this wide for 5 seconds is not going to be a huge task.
Yeah, remember, one-man band, you are doing everything, including the sound, and that is extremely important when you've got a narrative going on, because you have to hear them solidly. If you don't have quality audio, well then your narrative, you can just throw it out the window. So Todd, where are we moving to next?
Well, I think we can get into shooting. First and foremost, most importantly, I got my shot list.
So you have your shot list, you have your script, you've thought about this stuff beforehand so you can check things off as you get it so you don't miss anything.
Absolutely, and we're going to do some pretty standard coverage. You don't necessarily have to reinvent the wheel. There's wides, mediums, close-ups. You get your coverage so you can tell the story the best way.
Yeah, don't forget that editing is extremely important with video. So either you're outsourcing it to somebody else or you're learning it on your own. There's a lot of editing that you have to do when it comes to a narrative, so keep that in mind.
So off of my shot list, the first thing I want to do, I want to get my wide. I want to see what they're going to do. That way I'll be better informed when I go in for my coverage. The big plan I had, and I've got it noted here on my shot list, I wanted to do a jib shot to kind of crane up. I wanted to actually come off maybe one of these lights.
Which would make for a great hat, by the way.
It's a wonderful hat. It's also an awesome foreground element. So if I come off of that and actually reveal our talent sitting here, that'll be pretty cool. Unfortunately, the space doesn't really accommodate it. We got a large window, it's a tight space. I'm gonna have to rethink that.
Yeah, you're gonna wanna know the location that you're shooting. A jib in this situation wouldn't be the best option. Obviously, we would love to use it to get motion into the frame, but if you do break a window, well, it's your ass. You have to pay for it, and that's why insurance is extremely important. So Todd, because you can't use the jib, what are some other ways you can get motion?
I am gonna utilize my glide cam.
Sure.
And I'm gonna create the same shot that I had in my mind with this instead of the jib.
Right, and if you don't have a glide cam, remember you can use one of those monopods with a tilt head on it. Even if it doesn't have a fluid head on top, you can still get some motion that way, because you said in post you may be able to get some stabilization in post.
Absolutely, and just keep in mind, if you're gonna use stabilization extensively, maybe make your frame a little wider so that when the computer does crop it a bit, you don't lose anything that's important.
Keep in mind that we will say some things are okay to do in post, but if you get it right in the camera, it makes your life a heck of a lot easier because you're saving time, and time, we know, is money.
Absolutely. So I think the first thing I need to do is get this camera off here, get it on my glide cam, and get our lighting fleshed in for our wide.
All right, let's get to it.
All right.
All right, Todd, so you have your glide cam set up, but before we can start shooting, what are the settings that you are locking in?
I am going to shoot at 24 frames a second. This is definitely where I want that cinematic look. There's nothing really dramatic that I need to go into any slow motion. This is just a cut and dry narrative, pretty much just a talking scenario.
Sure, remember, your frame rate is pretty darn important. And in this case, we're gonna lock it in at 24 frames a second because we know that there's not gonna be something that we need to do in slow motion, and 24 frames is gonna give us that cinematic look that we're all accustomed to seeing.
Exactly. So now, if you don't mind, let's
getting
switch
out of the way.
spaces here. I'd like to just see how this is looking, if I've got exactly what I'm looking for. So I come over here. I'm gonna actually hide my talent behind the light and then reveal her as I come down.
And what are you doing with white balance? Because we didn't talk about that yet.
White balance is gonna be daylight. This is a huge source of light for us. Our light panels are daylight across the board. There may be some tungsten scattered around in some of these little lights that are over the tables. Not worried about those unless I was going to go in and put daylight bulbs in each one of those. They look fine, it gives it a little ambience.
Plus, there's more power anyway coming from all of the daylight bulbs and the natural daylight that we have outside.
Absolutely. They're more set dressing than anything.
So when it comes to focus, what are you doing with your focus?
Focus-wise, I can't pull focus as I'm doing the glide cam. As I'm coming off here, I can't really be cranking away here. So I'm going to focus on my background. I'm also using a wide angle lens because this is my wide establishing shot. It's a super tight space. I can't get back with any kind of smaller lens, so a big wide lens will allow me to get everything. A wide angle lens also allows the ability to keep a lot of the scene in focus.
Sure, so also you're gonna pre-focus on the background because as you're doing your motion, you can't pull focus like you said, so what you do is you lock your focus in back there, and like you said with the wide angle lens, that doesn't compress the background as much. It actually expands it slightly, so your focus has a tendency to stay more locked even if you're off by just a little bit.
Exactly. The only thing that might be slightly out of focus is this foreground element. So I'm not really concerned about this being out of focus. This is just my foreground element that I'm wiping out of to reveal my big wide scene.
All right, so we've already established the settings of the camera, the white balance, the lighting that we're using, the audio, why we're using it with just the scratch audio here. Are we ready to shoot?
Well, I know what I want to do. Now I need to tell my talent what they should do or what I'd like them to do. So I need to go over and discuss it with them where the blocking will be. When I say blocking, where they'll enter, where they'll end, and just kind of go over the script a little bit and make sure we've got all of our details lined up.
Sure, so as you are the director, you have to tell your talent what you want from them. You have to pull that out of them because you are looking for a specific style. So Todd, why don't we go over and talk to talent?
Sounds good.
All right, Todd, so we're getting ready for that first shot. Who do we have here?
We've got our talent. This is Maria. She's a good friend of the Fro videos. Everybody should recognize her. Asked her to come in. She's going to be playing Sarah. We got Mr. Bruce here. Mr. Bruce is a new face. I found him by utilizing the local film office here.
Yeah, the local film office, guys, is an important place to go, especially if you're going to be making a lot of these types of films. You may need to find quality talent. Now, you're going to get better talent, I think, from the film office than Craigslist. You have to be careful on Craigslist. Bruce, you ever been on Craigslist?
Yes, I have.
And has it worked out for you?
Not always, no.
No, but the film office has been a better choice?
Definitely.
Right, so it's a better option. It's one of those options. But the other option, now that I've said it 4 times, is that you can use friends. Now, they may not be the best choices because they may not be able to act very well, but you may not be able to pay them. So Craigslist is a place you can look. The film office is another, and you can also look at friends. Todd, what's next?
Well, I think we're all set to move on here. I need to tell talent a little bit about blocking, where I want them to enter. They're already familiar with the scene. We've got a script here called Ring Finger that we put together. I sent this to them a week or so ago so they could be familiar with it before they came in.
Yeah, when you're working with scripts, you want to make sure that you don't throw it on the talent when they get there, because it just won't work out as well. So get it to them early so they can practice it so that your scenes go much smoother.
So Bruce already knows, according to the script, he's going to be coming in. Maria's already going to be in position. So I would say to you, we'll have you start off behind this window here, stand out a little bit off. Well, you're probably gonna have to peek around so you can see my action. I'll yell it, but at the same time, I'll give you a hand motion. When you see that, take a step back, wait a beat so you clear my frame, and then enter in.
When you say wait a beat, what are you referring to?
Count a second.
What's next?
Beyond that, I don't need every ounce of emotion from you guys. This is just the wide. The camera's not gonna see every eye look, every detail on your face. So save it for the close-ups, just go through the motions. We'll fine tune it when we get into the close-ups.
Yeah, it's a great option to start with this wide because it gives the talent a chance to run through everything. Maybe you don't need that emotion like we said, but it's still good to have it, but you don't have to give your all. You can get it ready. So you see what's going on here? It's all about directing. You need to have a rapport. You are a one-man band. You are everything to this shoot. You're in charge. own it, tell them what they need to do, and let's get ready to shoot.
Last thing we need to do is I need to look at the frame, make sure everything's clear. So Maria, I'd ask you, can I get your purse? Let me get the water bottle out of the way. The script calls for coffee on the table. We've already placed all that on the table. I'm gonna strike the script here. And the script is called ring finger, and I actually need to draw a ring on Maria's finger. So that'll be the last thing we do before we shoot.
All right.
Boom, let me see that pretty thing.
Woo!
Ooh, that's beautiful.
That
That's
is.
pretty. All right, guys, we're all set here. Bruce, you're gonna be going outside, coming in. Maria, can you knock on the window for him when I call action, just so we can be all on the same page? All right. Very cool. I'm actually going to roll here and slate myself. Make sure I am there. And ring finger, take one.
So it's still pretty important that you do that. Even as a one-man band, you got it standing right here.
Yeah, and it'll help me keep track of what shot this is, and it's gonna help you organize in post. All right, I'm gonna double check. Yep, everything looks sharp. All right, let's see. And action.
Sarah?
Yeah, Sam?
Yeah, that's me. Sorry I'm late.
No problem. Everything okay?
Yeah, mostly.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Well, I got you a coffee.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Is that a ring drawn on your finger?
Oh, yeah. It's princess cut.
Why is it there?
Because the emerald cut is too hard to draw.
No, why did you draw it?
Obviously, since no one has proposed to me yet.
I can't imagine why.
Excuse me?
I can't imagine why because you're so pretty.
Thank you. So sweet.
Not really.
What?
It's too bitter.
You're funny.
I try.
You should try harder.
Come again?
I know. You think I'm crazy.
What makes you think that?
My ring finger?
Well, it is a little different.
Okay, fine. My dad always told me to write down my dreams. So I did. And one of them just happens to be on my finger. So sue me. Look. You can go if you want. No need to be polite.
Visualize your goals. I always thought it was something people learned off coffee mugs.
What?
Like you said, write down your dreams. Visualize your goals.
Okay.
My mom always said the same thing. That and find a nice girl. So sue me.
And cut. Good. All right. So ran through the wide. I noticed a couple things. I made a couple mental notes of things I want them to tweak just to help the vision that I kind of see here. So when you looked out the window, when you kind of had a moment, you weren't really sure if you wanted to be here with them, face this way. Don't go out the window. I lose your face. Also, can you keep your hands on the table the whole time? You know, you were doing this, and then you had to bring your ring finger up. The ring finger is kind of the most important part. So just always, even when you're talking, kind of keep it here. And you can kind of even just keep looking at it. Like you're a little embarrassed by the whole thing. And so you know, instead of looking him in the eye, you might be down here looking at the ring and kind of glance at him. So you're a little bit more nervous. And the the blind date as a whole, it's a little uncomfortable for both of you. So you guys are already kind of coming into this with a little bit of an attitude, like you're being friendly, but you have walls up. So think of it in that way, and we'll just do it one more time, see what it looks like. And then in the middle of it, I don't know if you noticed, as I'm sitting there and I'm holding the wide, I'm holding the wide, I'm holding the wide, I got what I wanted. I got him entering, I got my reveal of the entire place. So I was like, well, let me just move. I'm on this glide cam. This is something I could have never done with the jib. So I just decided to walk it on in and capture this too, so then I could get a little better representation of them in one shot.
It never hurts making them run through it the first time to get the jitters out so that they're more comfortable and confident when they go ahead. Another thing, with your settings, how much easier was it to not even worry about it because you had them locked in?
It was great. I mean, and being on that wide angle lens, when I came over here, that focus stayed locked. I mean, it was rock solid the entire time. So I didn't have any worries there. And getting the jitters out, it's for everybody. Gets the jitters out for me. Getting that first shot is always the tensest moment for everybody involved because we're all getting to know each other, especially Bruce here. This is the first time he's ever seen me. And then that's what these little tweaks are, just to kind of fine tune. They're already doing a good job, just trying to fine tune it a little bit.
Sure. Do you see how important it is to get your settings locked in? Once you get that stuff locked in, you're ready to go. You're not worrying about the light changing because you've already set it the way you want it. You have your audio the way you want it, for at least for the wide shot. So now you can just focus on directing and getting the shots you need. As the one-man band, everything that you don't have to worry about after a while makes your job a lot easier. So you want to take it from the top?
Take it one more from one. All right, I'm going to roll. And ring finger, take two. All right, I got her hidden, and action.
Sarah?
Yeah, Sam?
It's me. Sorry I'm late.
No problem. Everything okay?
Yeah, mostly.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Well, I got you a coffee.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, cut, good. So I don't need to continuously get every single piece of dialogue in this shot. This is really just an establishing opening shot. I got something really nice here. I think I'm gonna do one more take just to make sure I got the transition I was looking for, the wipe off the foreground, get them into a position, and then I'm gonna start going into my additional coverage.
So it's better to get the options out of the way first for your wide before you move into the next set.
Yeah, I let them run through the entire thing in the first wide, made my notes. They got the notes now. Now I'm really just trying to make sure I nail the opening shot, get me into the second position so that I have a place to start cutting into when I get into my tighter shots.
All right, let's go from one again.
Yep, back to one. I'll set here. I'm rolling. Three. Ring finger. Take three. Boom. There. And action.
Sarah?
Yeah, Sam?
That's me. Sorry I'm late.
No problem. Everything okay?
Yeah, mostly.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Well, I got you a coffee.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. Cheers.
Cheers.
And cut. Good. So I got my opening shot there. I feel really good about that. I've got some options. I've seen them run through the first thing. I'm gonna come into some coverage. I'm gonna come into a tighter two shot here with a moving slider. So I'm gonna take a second, I'm gonna set that up.
All right, so We're gonna move on to that next shot. The slider's going to add some really cool dimension to give Todd a lot of options when he's editing, or to give the editor some options. This is pretty cool watching you go through this whole process. I really like that we've hit so many different things in this guide, and you're incorporating so many of them right here with this shoot. So let's go get that next shot.
Let's get it.
All right, Todd, I see you have the slider set up. What is going on here?
Well, I'm gonna come in here for a 2-shot. Kind of tried to fake it here when I swung it around. I think that'll give me good movement to come into this shot, but this is gonna give us a really cool effect while getting both of them in one shot.
So go over the 2-shot again.
2-shot is, obviously, we've got 2 folks here that we're gonna get in the same frame at the same time. This isn't singles, this is a 2-shot.
So we referred to dirty and clean before, but in this case,
It would be clean, except I decided to grab some glasses from behind the bar, stack them here, so I put a nice foreground element as I'm sliding back and forth, and it's gonna look really cool.
so before we can get to shoot, we had the scratch audio coming from the camera before on the first shot. But
Yep.
now that we're in a 2-shot, what are we doing to get better audio?
Well, now that I'm tighter, I actually was able to rig my Rode mic here on a boom pole over top of them. It's not gonna be the best sound right now, but it's the best for the shot I'm doing right now. It's not pointing at either one of them directly, so it's gonna get a little bit of both of them, pretty good, but not the best. Where I'm gonna get the best sound is when I go in for close-ups.
Yeah. So remember, one-man band. That means you have to figure out how to get the boom mic where it needs to go, because it's your job to do this all on your own. Of course, it gets better when you can add more people to help, but if you can do it as a one-man band, it becomes so much easier when you can add some extra people. So what else?
Well, and drilling down with that, I took a 25-foot cord, got that into the camera. I've checked my levels already. They're pretty good.
This mic can be used for multiple things. It's a shotgun mic, so it can be on the camera for certain shoots. It can be used for getting the audio here on the boom mic, so there's a lot of options there.
It's really versatile, and it's a great starting point for anybody trying to put good audio into their videos. So all I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you kind of step out of frame, start at the door, and then you'll walk in and sit down into this. I don't need to see him come through the door in this particular shot. We've already established that.
Very cool. All right, I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with.
All right, here we go. I'm going to roll. All right, and ring finger. Ring finger, take 4. All right, and action.
Sarah?
Yeah. Sam?
That's me. Sorry I'm late.
It's no problem. Everything okay?
Yeah, mostly.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Well, I got you a coffee.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. Cheers.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that a ring drawn on your finger?
Oh. Yeah, it's a princess cut.
Why is it there?
Because the emerald cut was too hard to draw.
No, I mean, why did you draw it?
Obviously, since no one has proposed to me yet.
I can't imagine why.
Excuse me?
I can't imagine why because you're so pretty.
Oh. Thank you. So sweet.
Not really.
What?
It's too bitter.
You're funny.
I try.
You should try harder.
Come again?
I know. You think I'm crazy?
What makes you think that?
My ring finger.
Well, it is a little different.
Okay, fine. My dad always told me to write down my dreams. So I did. And just so happens to be on my finger. So sue me. Look, you can go if you want. No need to be polite.
Visualize your goals. Always thought it was something people learned off coffee mugs.
What?
Like you said. Write down your dreams. Visualize your goals.
Okay.
My mom, she always said the same thing. That and find a nice girl. So sue me.
Cut. Nice. Very cool. Only note, try to keep your hands hovered around on top of it a little more often. You were ducking them down. Yeah, keep your hands on the coffee. Just your hands, your ring finger is a character unto itself. So let's keep that on top of the table. Don't drop them down into your lap. But other than that, that felt pretty good. On the front side, before you get into why you draw on your finger, give me a tad bit more crazy.
Okay.
Sarah is slightly a little bit off. Okay. And, you know, I think you're playing it fine. He doesn't know what he's coming into. So he's just playing it off. And, you know, once you realize she might be a little crazy when you're saying about the, yeah, because you're so pretty, you're kind of getting a little smart ass. You're like, I'm about to just destroy this whole blind date. I'm going to try to get out of here. I'm going to be an ass and just try to wrap it up as quickly as possible. So you can bump that up a little bit. But as soon as that story comes out, you're less crazy, you're more endearing, you're a little bit more touched by her because obviously there's a relationship. What she learned from her dad, you learned from your mom. Then all of a sudden it all kind of meshes here. It's a huge character arc for 3 minutes, but try your best. But it looked good. Only physical thing, keep your hands up top there.
So before you jump into more, doing it again, you did the whole take. Mm-hmm. Does that give you a chance to find what works and cut throughout the entire scene?
Absolutely, and this little transition between these cups is really, really pretty. But this is going to give it a real stylized look. I'm also trying to kind of frame them to one side using the rule of thirds, keeping the glasses on one side, sometimes on the other side, depending where they fall.
So in essence, you're giving yourself a lot of options.
A ton of options, and it's going to be fun to edit.
Yes, editing is always fun. Do you hear this? Todd gave some great direction. This is how you get through a scene much quicker. You give good direction, then they take it because that's what they do. They're professionals. They know how to change up the scene to make it right based off of your direction. And then being able to go with the slider and get this 2-shot and go through the entire scene at least once or probably twice. Are we going to do it again?
One more time.
All right, so before we shoot the next shot, when we first started, I heard a lot of drilling next door. Why did you continue to roll and not cut there?
I didn't want to cut because we've got these guys building these characters as they go along. The more takes they do, the more they own these characters. So I really want them to just keep living within this world that we're trying to create here. A lot of that dialogue, when the drill wasn't happening, is going to be usable. I'll be able to use some of these takes. So I just didn't want to take them out of the moment.
Sure, and yeah, I like that you shot the entire time because it gives you other options to use when you're shooting. Now, how were their audio levels?
I would make note, thank you for that. Maria, if you could speak up a little bit louder. Bruce is projecting really well. Maria's a little bit softer, so just bring it up a little bit. We've got some background noise in here. It is what it is. We've got to deal with it. So if you guys can project even a little bit more, I think that's going to help us kind of break over top of the background noise.
Sure, so this direction is great. Todd's taking some time to really explain everything because the better you get your point across, the better the actors and actresses are going to do. They're professionals. They're going to take your advice and get it right the next time or get it even better. So why don't we take it back and try to get it right again?
All right, here we go. Bruce, could you give me a clap here, if you don't mind? A little to the right. There you go. Thank you, sir. Perfect. All right, everybody settle. I'm going to start on the other end this time. I'm going to start there. Great. All right, and action.
Sarah?
Yeah. Sam?
That's me. Sorry I'm late.
No problem. Everything okay?
Yeah, mostly.
Are you sure?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Well, I got you coffee.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. Cheers. Is that a ring drawn on your finger?
Oh, yeah. It's a princess cut.
Why is it there?
Because the emerald cut is too hard to draw.
No, I mean, why did you draw it?
Obviously, because no one's proposed to me yet.
Can't imagine why.
Excuse me?
I can't imagine why because you're so pretty.
Thank you. So sweet.
Not really.
What?
It's too bitter.
You're funny.
I try.
You should try harder.
Come again?
I know. You think I'm crazy.
What makes you think that?
My ring finger?
Well, it is a little different.
Okay, fine. My dad always told me to write down my goals. So I did. And one of them just happens to be on my finger. So sue me. Look, you can go if you want. No need to be polite.
Visualize your goals. I always thought it sounded like something people got off coffee mugs.
What?
Like you said, write down your dreams. Visualize your goals.
Okay.
My mom, she always said the same thing. That and find a nice girl. So sue me.
Cut. Good, good, good. We had a little bit of wild noise, some banging on the walls, but a lot of good stuff. I'll probably do one more take just to make sure we get some cleaner dialogue.
Sure, and I would assume that because we're doing multiple takes in different situations, we have the wide, we have the establishing, we've got the two, we're gonna do ones, you have the ability to cut around some of that banging.
Without a doubt. And at the same time, this is a movement I'm working on, I'm working out as they're figuring out their rhythm of their delivery. There's a rhythm that I'm figuring out as to where I should try to let this camera land for significant portions of the dialogue. There's turning points, there's certain things where these characters are arcing, and I'm trying to figure that out within my movement. I'm helping to tell the story through my camera movement and the choices I'm making in composition.
So before we take the third shot, or the third take of this, are there any more directions that you need to give to the actors?
Just keep it up, just keep the volume up in case we have any more stuff, but I think their characters are coming along.
So we've finished everything that we needed to do on the intro and on the slider. Now, Todd, we flipped over here. What are we doing?
Well, I've sweetened the audio, I've sweetened the lights in this situation. Now we can sweeten the performance as I go in for coverage, get my close-ups, get all the details that I need to tell the story.
Sounds good, Todd. So we are on a time constraint in here. This is a place that we have to be out of before they open. So that's something that you guys have to keep in mind. But we've shown you everything that you need to do to set this up, from the lights to the audio to the settings of the camera. And at this point, I think I'm just gonna let Todd run on his own, but you guys are gonna get to watch everything as if you're a fly on the wall. So Todd, have at it.
Let's go. All right, guys, so we're going in for coverage here. I'm gonna focus on you first, Maria. I'm gonna get a nice close-up of you. Then we'll go in a little tighter. We'll get the details. We'll get the ring finger, and we'll just follow along here. What I'd like you to do is let me see you lean out, all the way out. Watch your hands. Bring your hands back in as well. And this will be you sitting down into this position. So he's already walked into the door, and we'll just kind of go from there. So I'm rolling, and I'm gonna grab my slate here. Alrighty. ring finger. Scene 2, take 1. Boom. All right. And start from, let's start from the beginning. You can deliver your dialogue out of here as you walk in and then sit down. So watch your eye line, fake it like he's coming through the door here. All right, and get set and action.
Sarah?
Yeah, Sam?
That's me. Sorry I'm late.
No problem. Everything okay?
Yeah, mostly.
Are you sure?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Well, I got you a coffee.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. Cheers. Is that a ring drawn on your finger?
Oh. Yeah, it's a princess cut.
Why is it there?
Because the emerald cut is too hard to draw.
No. Why did you draw it?
Obviously, since no one has proposed to me yet.
I can't imagine why.
Excuse me?
I can't imagine why because you're so pretty.
Oh, thank you. So sweet.
Not really.
What?
It's too bitter.
You're funny.
I try.
No, you should really try harder.
Come again?
I know. You think I'm crazy.
What makes you think that?
My ring finger.
Well, it is a little different.
Okay, fine. My dad always told me to write down my dreams. So I did. It just so happens to be on my finger. So sue me. Look, you can go if you want. No need to be polite.
Visualize your goals. I always thought it sounded like something people saw on coffee mugs.
What?
Like you said, write down your dreams. Visualize your goals.
Okay.
My mom, she always used to say the same thing. That and find a nice girl. So sue me.
All right, let's take one more here. All right, here we go. Take 2 of 2. Boom. All right, here we go. This time, I'm gonna have you go through the whole thing one more time, but I may stop and start you like, hey, give me that one more time, give me it with this, give me it with that. So I might we might piece through this one line at a time just to kind of get what I'm looking for. All right, and he's leaning out, perfect, and get yourself set for the intro, and action.
Sarah?
Yeah, Sam?
That's me. Sorry I'm late.
No problem. Everything okay?
Yeah, mostly.
Are you sure?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Well, I got you a coffee.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. Cheers.
Yeah, take that back one more time. Go back to the coffee. Make sure you wrap that hand around there to show off the finger. All right, and take it back to I got you a coffee, and action.
No problem. I got you a coffee.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. Cheers. Is that a ring drawn on your finger?
Oh. Yeah. It's a princess cut.
Why is it there?
Because the emerald cut is too hard to draw.
No, I mean, why did you draw it?
Obviously, since no one has proposed to me yet.
Take that back one more time. Dial it back. Not so crazy. Feed her the line before it.
No, why did you draw it?
Obviously, since no one has proposed to me yet.
I can't imagine why.
Excuse me?
I can't imagine why because you're so pretty.
Oh. Well, thank you. So sweet.
Not really.
What?
It's too bitter.
You're funny.
I try.
You should try harder.
Come again?
I know. You think I'm crazy.
What makes you think that?
My ring finger?
Well, it is a little different.
Okay, fine. You know, my dad always told me to write down my dreams. So I did. And one of them just happens to be on my finger. So sue me. Look, you can leave if you want to. No need to be polite.
Visualize your goals. I always thought it was something people found off coffee mugs.
What?
Like you said, write down your dreams. Visualize your goals.
Okay.
My mom always used to say the same thing. That and find a nice girl. So sue me.
Good. We're gonna keep rolling. What's the line right before? What's right before he starts drawing on his finger? You kind of go into a speech there about that. You say, "So sue me," right? Yeah. And then he pulls the pen out and starts into his dialogue. As soon as he pulls that pen out and you see him starting to draw on his finger, take notice to it. You already smell what's going on there. Like you're like, that's kind of cute. That's really kind of cute. So you start breaking. A little bit of a smile starts coming into play. So once you see him going that route, you kind of the ice starts to break. You know, you start to thaw out a little bit. Okay. All right. So let's take it right back from So Sue Me.
So sue me.
One more time with both hands up on the coffee. Ready and action.
So sue me. Look, you can go if you want. No need to be polite.
Visualize your goals. I always thought it sounded like something people found off coffee mugs.
What?
Like you said, write down your dreams. Visualize your goals. My mom, she always used to say the same thing. That and find a nice girl. So sue me.
Cut. Very nice. That was awesome. Very good. So, all right, I'm going to come in a little tighter here on you. Get some dedicated close-ups here. Check my focus here. And let me just see what I can get here with that. Yeah, I'm going to play around there a little bit. All right, this is going to be a close-up. Try to keep that ring finger up, and I'm going to probably go from you to following. You know, I'm going to keep this on you. Next go around, I'll do you and go back and forth between the ring.
Okay.
All right, guys, let's do it one more time. Rolling. Number 3 here. Right there, number 3, and all right, here we go. And all right, get yourself into position. Quiet, please. And all right, get yourself started up and action.
Sarah?
Yeah, Sam?
That's me. Sorry I'm late.
No problem. Everything okay?
Yeah, mostly.
Are you sure?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Well, I got you a coffee.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. Cheers. Is that a ring drawn on your finger?
Oh, yeah. It's a princess cut.
Why is it there?
Because the emerald cut, it's too hard to draw.
No. Why did you draw it?
Obviously, since no one has proposed to me yet.
Let's take it back right to Cheers. And he points out the ring finger. You're not as angry about him asking. You're kind of smiling about it. You think it's cute.
Okay.
All right. And action.
Cheers. Is that a ring drawn on your finger?
Oh, yeah. It's a princess cut.
Why is it there?
Because the emerald cut is too hard to draw.
No. Why did you draw it?
Obviously, since no one has proposed to me yet.
Take it back to Cheers again. Little more smile to it, and don't hesitate to kind of keep glancing down at it. All right, and action.
Cheers. Is that a ring drawn on your finger?
Oh, yeah. It's a princess cut.
Why is it there?
Because the emerald cut it's too hard to draw.
No. I mean, why did you draw it?
Obviously, since no one has proposed to me yet.
I can't imagine why.
Excuse me?
I can't imagine why because you're so pretty.
Oh. Thank you? So sweet.
Not really.
What?
It's too bitter.
You're funny.
I try.
You should try harder.
Come again?
I know. You think I'm crazy.
What makes you think that?
My ring finger?
Well, it is a little different.
Okay, fine. My dad always told me, write down your dreams. So I did. And one of them just happens to be on my finger. So sue me. Look, you can go if you want. No need to be polite.
Visualize your goals. I thought it always sounded like something people found off coffee mugs.
What?
Like you said, write down your dreams. Visualize your goals. My mom, she always used to say the same thing. That and find yourself a nice girl. So sue me.
Cut. So cute. All right, guys, we're all set here. Let me double check focus. Look at the camera for me, Bruce. Beautiful. All right.
Do you want me sitting into shot, Todd?
Yeah. I'd like to maybe see you come through the door just to see what that looks like. Let's actually give that a shot. So I'll let me roll here before we step out. And
Starting outside, Todd?
yeah, I mean, you don't, hold on a second. You don't have to be that far all the way out. Where am I? Right there. Take 2, take 5. Oh. Yeah, you can, hold on, let me see. Go to this window. So just go out to the window and then just come right back in. I'm just gonna be sitting here waiting on you.
Gotcha.
All right. And you're sipping your coffee. Turn to me and sip your coffee more. Sip it, sip it. Go ahead. Take that back one more time. Coffee to your lips. Keep the coffee there until he comes through the door. Action!
Sarah?
Yeah. Sam?
That's me. Sorry I'm late.
No problem. Everything okay?
Yeah, mostly.
Are you sure?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Well, I got you a coffee.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. Cheers. Is that a ring drawn on your finger?
Oh, yeah. It's a princess cut.
Why is it there?
Well, because the emerald cut is too hard to draw.
No, I mean, why did you draw it?
Obviously, since no one has proposed to me yet.
I can't imagine why.
Excuse me?
I can't imagine why because you're so pretty.
Oh. Thank you. So sweet.
Not really.
What?
It's too bitter.
You're funny.
I try.
You should try harder.
Come again?
Okay. You think I'm crazy?
What makes you think that?
My ring finger?
Well, it is a little different.
Okay. Fine. My dad always told me to write down my dreams. So I did. And one of them just happens to be on my finger. So sue me. Look, you can go if you want. No need to be polite.
Visualize your goals. I always thought it sounded like something people got off coffee mugs.
What?
Like you said, write down your dreams. Visualize your goals.
Okay.
My mom always said the same thing. That and find a nice girl. So sue me.
Great, so sweet. I'm gonna keep rolling on this. You can. Do you need another sugar, or you got? Can I get another sugar?
Thank you.
Alrighty.
No.
Good.
Kinda.
I'm just gonna have you. You don't have to come in the door. Just stand up out of frame. And I'm gonna do the same thing here. We'll just probably go and hit a couple takes. I gotta take that back, give it a little more this, that. Definitely when she starts telling the story, I liked where you were going. You can even be a little more happy about it. It makes you feel a little warm and fuzzy inside. On the front side, prior to that, you can be a little more jerky.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it's as soon as you notice the ring, your nut radar goes off and you're like, this ain't gonna work. I'm just gonna try to get out of this thing. So try to punch it up a little bit. All right, here we go. And action. He walks in the door. You recognize him. Action.
Sarah?
Yeah. Sam?
That's me. Sorry I'm late.
No problem. Everything okay?
Yeah, mostly.
Are you sure?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Well, I got you a coffee.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. Cheers.
Let's take this one more time. Step out. As soon as you sit down, you're like, this might not be so bad. She's smoking. So you're happy about that, but as soon as then you hit the ring finger, then you turn on the jerk. So come in and give me a little look that you realize like, hey, this might not be so bad. All right? All right, and action.
Sarah?
Yeah. Sam?
That's me. Sorry I'm late.
No problem. Everything okay?
Yeah, mostly.
Are you sure?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Are you sure? I am now. Playboy.
Okay.
All right, take it back. You deliver, yeah, you give, I'm fine. Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah, mostly.
Are you sure?
I am now.
Okay. Well, I got you a coffee.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. Cheers. Is that a ring drawn on your finger?
Oh, yeah. It's a princess cut.
Why is it there?
Because the emerald cut is too hard to draw.
No. Why did you draw it?
Obviously, since no one has proposed to me yet.
Take a drink. Let's go back to the drink, the cheers. Let's go back to the cheers. Recognize it, turn up the jerk a little more.
Cheers. Is that a ring drawn on your finger?
Oh, yeah. It's a princess cut.
Why is it there?
Because the emerald cut is too hard to draw.
No. Why did you draw it?
Obviously, since no one has proposed to me yet.
I can't imagine why.
Excuse me?
I can't imagine why because you're so pretty.
Let's take that back. I can't imagine why. Give me that. She's gonna say, excuse me, you got busted. Like, you didn't realize, you kind of were say it a little under your breath. I mean, enough that we can hear it, but you feel like you got busted. You're like, oh, I gotta cover my tracks there. All right, and action.
Can't imagine why.
Excuse me?
I can't imagine why because you're so pretty.
No. Thank you. So sweet.
Not really.
What?
It's too bitter.
You're funny.
I try.
You should try harder.
Come again?
I know. You think I'm crazy?
What makes you think that?
My ring finger?
Well, it is different.
Okay, fine. My dad always told me to write down my dreams. So I did. And one of them just happens to be on my finger. So sue me. Look, you can go if you want. No need to be polite.
Visualize your goals. I always thought it sounded like something people found off coffee mugs.
What?
Like you said, write down your dreams. Visualize your goals.
Okay.
My mom, she always used to say the same thing. That and find a nice girl. So sue me.
Great. We're gonna do it one more time. I'm just gonna reslate really quick. Rolling. Perfect on all those notes. Keep all the above notes. Everything we went through on that one. Great.
Do you want me to actually draw it on my finger this time?
No, I'm gonna do that in a close-up, and then I'll actually come back out in the wide. Once you have it drawn on it, we'll do pickups. Take 6. Boom. All right, and action.
Sarah?
Yeah. Sam?
That's me. Sorry I'm late.
No problem.
Step back up out of that for sound. All right, action.
Sarah?
Yeah. Sam?
That's me. Sorry I'm late.
No problem. Everything okay?
Yeah, mostly.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I am now.
Okay. Well, I got you a coffee.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. Cheers. Is that a ring drawn on your finger?
Oh, yeah. It's a princess cut.
Why is it there?
Well, because the emerald cut is too hard to draw.
Why did you draw it?
Obviously, since no one has proposed to me yet.
Can't imagine why.
Excuse me?
I can't imagine why because you're so pretty.
Oh. Well, thank you. So sweet.
Not really.
What?
It's too bitter.
You're funny.
I try.
You should try harder.
Come again?
I know. You think I'm crazy.
What makes you think that?
My ring finger?
Well, it is different.
Okay, fine. My dad always told me to write down my dreams. So I did. And one of them just happens to be on my finger. So sue me. Look, you can go if you want. No need to be polite.
Visualize your goals. I always thought it sounded like something people got off coffee mugs.
What?
Like you said, write down your dreams. Visualize your goals.
Okay.
My mom, she always said the same thing. That and find a nice girl. So sue me.
Very good. I'm gonna go in for a close-up. So we'll go through the whole close-up here, Bruce. And once we get to the ring finger, the drawing, I might have you just hold on a second, get it all framed up and everything, and then we'll bang that out. All right, look at the camera for me real quick. Good. Let me see your position. Pretty much there. All right. Good. Roll it. You can go back to 1 or add to the door. Really just step out. You can just be right there. That's great. All right, here we go. And action.
Sarah?
Yeah. Sam?
That's me. Sorry I'm late.
No problem. Everything okay?
Yeah, mostly.
Are you sure?
I am now.
Okay. Well, I got you a coffee.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. Cheers. Is that a ring drawn on your finger?
Oh, yeah. It's a princess cut.
Why is it there?
Well, because the emerald cut is too hard to draw.
No, why did you draw it?
Obviously, since no one has proposed to me yet.
Can't imagine why.
Excuse me?
I can't imagine why because you're so pretty.
Oh. Thank you. So sweet.
Not really.
What?
It's too bitter.
You're funny.
I try.
You should try harder.
Come again?
I know. You think I'm crazy.
What makes you think that?
My ring finger?
Well, it is different.
Okay, fine. My dad always told me to write down my dreams. So I did. One of them just happens to be on my finger. So sue me. Look, you can go if you want. No need to be polite.
Visualize your goals. I always thought it sounded like something people got off coffee mugs.
What?
Like you said, write down your dreams. Visualize your goals.
All right, hold. Let's see. Put your hands closer. Come closer to me. Pull your coffee mug back. Mm-hmm. right, and all right, bring take the pen hand out and get ready to do it, and action.
My mom always used to say the same thing. That and find a nice girl. So sue me.
Now, take it back down. Take your hand out of frame here on this part. I'm going in for a close-up with you bringing that back up in. You just finished drawing it. You're going to give me the Sosumi, so finish drawing. Okay, and action.
So sue me.
And one more time, and then you can continue on where you were.
So sue me.
Put your hand, bring your hand a little, more, that way. No, back kind of where it was, just a little farther down. And to your left a little more. A little more, a little more, a lot more. There we go, right there. All right, take it out. You just drew it, try to get it back there.
So sue me.
Good. I'm gonna keep rolling. Now I'm gonna get it in this wider over the shoulder, and we'll have the actual ring drawn in there. All right. So start with go into the explanation of your mother. And hold on one second. And action.
My mom always used to say the same thing. That and find a nice girl. So sue me.
Good, cut. Got it. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Awesome job. So that, Mr. Poland, is what we call a wrap.
Yeah, it was fun watching you go around capturing all these angles. It's really interesting to see. But I noticed we didn't talk about the 180 rule, but you did follow that.
Absolutely. Do it long enough. It's one of those things that just kind of comes natural. I also made it very difficult to break the 180 rule. They're up against the wall the whole time. The only way I was going to break that rule is if I ended up outside, and that didn't happen. So I got the coverage, got the continuity, followed the 180 rule, got some great stuff. I think the story's really fun, and I can't really wait to show everybody what we got.
Yeah, so guys, this was a fun shoot. You followed us from start to finish. You got to see everything that we did. The lighting, the audio, the cameras, Todd moving around, the actors, the actresses working, and now it's time for the payoff. So let's show you guys what this looks like.
Sarah?
Yeah, Sam?
That's me. Sorry I'm late.
No problem. Everything okay?
Yeah, mostly.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I am now.
Okay. Well, I got you a coffee.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. Cheers. Is that a ring drawn on your finger?
Oh. Yeah. It's a princess cut.
Why is it there?
Because the emerald cut, it's too hard to draw.
No, why did you draw it?
Obviously, since no one has proposed to me yet.
Can't imagine why.
Excuse me?
I can't imagine why, because you're so pretty.
Oh. Well, thank you. So sweet.
Not really.
What?
It's too bitter.
You're funny.
I try.
You should try harder.
Come again?
I know. You think I'm crazy.
What makes you think that?
My ring finger?
Oh, it is different.
My dad always told me to write down my dreams. So I did. It just so happens to be on my finger. So sue me. Look, you can leave if you want to. No need to be polite.
Visualize your goals. I always thought it sounded like something people got off coffee mugs.
What?
Like you said, write down your dreams. Visualize your goals. My mom always used to say the same thing. That and find a nice girl. So sue me.
So we've come to the end of this video guide, and I have to say, Todd, it's been a pleasure to work with you.
You know, I've had a lot of fun. It's amazing how many things we've put into this guide, between the equipment and all of the settings and all of the fundamentals and talking about continuity and things of that nature. I really wish I would have had something like this at my disposal when I was just starting out.
Yeah, and I wish I had something like that too, because I started to learn this on my own. But that's why I brought Todd in here, so that we could hammer out the fundamentals, take you to the very beginning and the very basics of what you need to learn when you're starting so that you can grow from there. So Todd, anything else you want to add before we wrap?
I've refreshed myself by doing this video, and I think I've come out with some newfound respect for certain things that I may have forgotten over the years. So I would say watch it again, and go out and experiment and have a blast. Make some videos.
Exactly. So when you take it back to the very basics, that's where you really start to break things down. And like Todd said, it reminds him of some of the things he may have forgotten. So as a one-man band, you have to remember that you can do this on your own. Everything that we did in this guide, all of the videos that Todd shot from his camera, he set up himself. When I set up my camera for my shoot, I set up all of the lights, and I set that up myself. So you are a one-man band. You can do this, and you can grow into the future and have people help you out. But for right now, start with the basics, the fundamentals, and get out there and practice. That is what it's all about. You now know the fundamentals. The only way to get better and grow is to get out there and practice. So I think it's time that I say it's a wrap. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com.
Yeah!
So if you
What?
all right, I think I ate the most balls there, Todd.
You always do.
So we can't do that. We can't do that. Todd, what's next?
Let's pump it up to 1/1000th of a 1/1000th of a second.
All right, now we're gonna talk about, get the f out of here. So it's whatever works for you. You agree with that?
Absolutely. Wasn't expecting that. Okay.
I know, but so Todd, what's next?
Let's pump it up to 1/1000th of a second. Well, 1/1000th.
I got a Triscuit, a biscuit. She wants a something. Because separation is gonna help you get some more dynamism in the image. That's what you want. So while Todd's doing that, I'm gonna stand here and just talk to the camera because they didn't tell me what else to do. And so Todd, how does that look?
Did you say dynamism? Let's take it to 1,000.
Can't say it, dude.
A thousandth of a second.
But another option that I now use with multiple cameras is something as simple as a clap. Todd, that was a clap.
Stop, you prick.
And what is it, 1,000th of a second?
A thousandth. A thousandth.
You just kept building and building until we get a final result like this.
Yeah, no, I think it's fucking awesome.
Do you want me to end it on? Do you want me to turn and end it? To dive in deep on. A little more deeper. That's stupid. Shut up, man.
I love going a little deeper.
I know. They may not be an actor or an actress. They may not get it right on the first or second or 27th take. They may try to say something like 1/1000th and not be able to get it. But it's your job as a director to get in there and tell them.
You asshole. I just couldn't look you in the face because I could feel it. All right, here we go. I could just. All right, ready? And that's when it gets. Ready? And that's when it. All right, here we are. Ready? So there's a setting for fluorescent. It's getting late. All right, here.